In 543 BCE, a ship crossed the Indian Ocean, carrying Prince Vijaya and 700 exiled followers from India. They drifted until they reached a mysterious island, Tambapani, now Sri Lanka, named for its copper-colored sands. Exhausted, Vijaya's men stepped onto the shore, surrounded by dense jungle. But this land was home to the Yakshas and Nagas, ancient mystical clans said to wield powerful magic. Vijaya and his men saw only wilderness, unaware of the island's true rulers. Their arrival marked a turning point. Legend says that at the moment Vijaya landed, the Buddha foresaw that Vijaya's arrival would shape the island's destiny. He asked the gods to protect Vijaya, hoping a new kingdom would rise. Unbeknownst to Vijaya, his journey was part of a divine plan for Sri Lanka's future. The prince's first steps set in motion a story of conquest and transformation. The wild exiles would soon face the island's ancient magic and its powerful inhabitants. Vijaya's fate, and that of Sri Lanka, was about to be rewritten. The copper sands would become the foundation of a new civilization. The meeting of strangers and spirits would echo for centuries, and the island would never be the same. Vijaya's men followed a mysterious dog into the jungle and vanished. The culprit, Kuweni, a Yaksha sorceress, beautiful and powerful. Using her magic, she captured them, hiding them in a secret cave. Vijaya braved the jungle himself. He confronted Kuweni, demanding his men back. Impressed by his courage, Kuweni saw in Vijaya a leader. They struck a bargain. She would free his men and help him conquer the island if he made her his queen. Vijaya agreed. Their alliance was sealed. Kuweni's magic became Vijaya's greatest asset. Together, they would challenge the island's ancient order. This meeting was the start of a partnership that would shape a nation. The fate of Sri Lanka now rested on the bond between a prince and a sorceress. Kuweni kept her promise, freeing Vijaya's men and conjuring a magical feast. She revealed the Yaksha chiefs would gather that night for a wedding, a perfect moment to strike. With Kuweni's guidance, Vijaya and his men launched a surprise attack while the Yakshas celebrated, their guard down. Kuweni's magic and Vijaya's leadership turned the tide. By dawn, the Yaksha power was broken, and Vijaya claimed the island as his own. He named his new kingdom Tambapani, with Kuweni as his queen. Together they ruled, blending Vijaya's customs with the island's ancient ways. Kuweni taught him the secrets of the land, and their union symbolized the merging of two cultures. Their followers intermarried, creating a new people, the foundation of the Sinhalese nation. For years, peace and cooperation flourished. Kuweni and Vijaya's partnership bridged the old and the new. Their children, a son and a daughter, embodied this union. The island's destiny was forever changed by their alliance. From fear and ambition, a new society was born. But every alliance has its price. As Vijaya's kingdom grew, his men demanded a royal Indian princess to legitimize his rule. They saw Kuweni, the Yaksha queen, as unworthy of a king. Pressured by ambition and his advisors, Vijaya sent for a princess from India. The Pandyan king agreed, sending his daughter and hundreds of maidens for Vijaya's men. Vijaya broke his oath to Kuweni, telling her to leave with their children. Heartbroken, Kuweni returned to her people, but they saw her as a traitor. Betrayed by both sides, she was killed by her own kin. Her children, fearing for their lives, fled into the forests. Legend says they became ancestors of the Veda people, Sri Lanka's indigenous forest dwellers. Kuweni's story became one of sacrifice and loss, a queen cast aside for power. The kingdom Vijaya built was founded on a broken promise. The merging of cultures came at a tragic cost. Kuweni's fate was a warning. Ambition can destroy even the strongest bonds. Yet her legacy would endure, woven into the island's history. The story of love, betrayal, and survival would echo for generations. The tale of Vijaya and Kuweni marks the legendary birth of the Sinhalese people and Sri Lanka's first kingdom. Vijaya is remembered as the founding father, bringing new language and order to the island. But his betrayal of Kuweni casts a shadow over his legacy. Kuweni, once a powerful queen, became a symbol of sacrifice and the displaced indigenous people. Many see her as a founding mother, her wisdom and tragedy remembered with sympathy. Their children's flight into the forests links the Veda people to the island's mythic origins. The story acknowledges the ancient roots of Sri Lanka's first inhabitants. Today, the legend is told across the country, shaping cultural identity and sparking questions about power, justice, and history. It teaches that history is complex, heroes and victims are not always clear. The legacy of Vijaya and Kuweni is both creation and loss. Their story endures as a cornerstone of Sri Lankan identity. It reminds us that the past is never simple, and that every nation is built on both triumph and tragedy.